I'm not an artist, but I love beautiful things. And I've loved beautiful things since I was a little girl. In fact, I loved beautiful things so much that I wanted to become them. So I became a ballet dancer. And in ballet, to be perfect is to be beautiful. Perfection is the baseline. It's not the goal. So I strove for perfection in absolutely everything. In school, on my report cards, in my relationships. To be flawed was to fail. When I came to college, it became increasingly more difficult to be perfect. The classes, they're harder. Our peers, they're much smarter. And the grade curves, they're a lot tighter. But I was relentless in my pursuit of beautiful perfection. Enter the oatmeal. When I was a freshman, I started an oatmeal Instagram called Oats Woes. And you probably haven't heard about it, and you definitely didn't then, because it had 22 followers. It was very niche. It was just pictures of oatmeal. But I really liked my little oatmeal Instagram because it was a place that I could make beautiful, and I could make those pictures perfect. When I was a sophomore, I was living in a beautiful sorority house, surrounded by beautiful girls, and I was in this perfect business school, surrounded by perfect students. But I had never felt further from beautiful perfection myself. Because each test, each group project, each interaction, it pushed me further and further away from my ultimate ambition of beautiful perfection. And the cracks in my perfect facade, they were starting to show, but I did not want anyone to see them. Enter the shame. And I was so scared of not being perfect and of not having control over anything. I chose my body to start controlling. And there were days I wouldn't eat for days, and then I ate everything because hunger, it controlled me. And I ended up in the basement of my beautiful sorority house, holding my head over the toilet, puking and purging up all of the filth I thought was inside of me. And I couldn't see anything past my imperfections, and then I couldn't get out of bed. And I stopped going to class because I wasn't going to get A's anyway. And my mom, she asked me, where is my happy girl? Happy girl, I haven't seen her in days and months. I don't even remember her. My therapist, she said depression, she said anxiety, but I wasn't listening. I was too busy filling out a transfer application because I just wanted to escape. And in the most imperfect moment of them all, I told my mother that I wanted to die. And there was nothing beautiful about that. What do you do when your darkness has fully consumed you? I started to look for the little sparks of light because that was all that I had. And as silly as it sounds, for me, it was that little oatmeal Instagram because I liked it. And I could make something beautiful, and it was the one place that I could tell the story about myself, exactly how I wanted it to be. And the first request came in. It was from one of my followers. She said, hey, can you make me an oatmeal bowl? I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. But I was like, okay, yeah, I got you. You can have the oats. And so then all of these requests started coming in, and I was flooded with requests. And then I joined an entrepreneurship class, and we started selling the oatmeal in cafes around Ann Arbor, and Babbo, and Comet Coffee. And this account that was 22 followers, it got a lot of attention. And so did I. Because everyone wanted to know, who is this oatmeal girl? This like weird oatmeal girl, the what and the how and the who and the why. And I had a choice here, right? This was my moment to create my perfect and my beautiful facade. or I could let them see me as I really was. Frankly, I was so tired of pretending that I decided to try truth. And it started very, very small, just with little Instagram captions that alluded to a struggle with mental health. And then it turned into blog posts and then articles, whole vulnerable articles that terrified me to post because they talked about how far from perfect I really was. And then fire caught flame, and this account nearly overnight, it gained tens of thousands of followers. And the Huffington Post and Thrive Global, I started writing for them, and my email inbox, it flooded with replies and letters of people saying, hey, this is my story too. And I got a call from Shark Tank. But why? And it turns out that this story of oats and woes, this story of craving nourishment and feeling so acutely our own hunger and fear of admitting our imperfection and the shame of being not beautiful, it's not just my story. It's a shared story. And to this day, the popularity of oats and woes, it shocks me because it goes against everything that we are taught and that we are told. For we are supposed to put on a good face and never admit a weakness. And that's exactly what this was. It was me in my most raw and my most real, unfiltered form. And people liked it. And they liked it a lot more than that perfectionist, people-pleasing person that I had pretended to be my entire life. I am not an artist, but I love beautiful things. Oats and Woes taught me that beautiful is not perfection. Beauty is in the imperfect. It is in the real and the raw. It is truth, and sometimes it's oatmeal.